Cam Newton might be one of the most polarizing players in NFL history. Like, some people still see him as Scam Newton from college. Some see him as the most dynamic and unique player in the past decade in the National Football League. But Cam was in the news on Monday. Now, well, yes, getting trolled by that kid at the football camp. Still kind of funny. But also, he went on Fred Taylor's podcast and said that he should be starting somewhere in 2021 and that he was one of the best 32 quarterbacks in the league. There's not 32 quarterbacks better than him. And Cam, Heisman Trophy winner, national champion, number 1 overall pick in 2011, 2015 league MVP, would have won a Super Bowl if not for Mike Remmers. I mean, he has a point. On paper, he would be one of the best 32 quarterbacks on the planet next season, but there's a lot of qualifiers on that. Number 1, Cam turns 32 in May. Also, he's coming off of a very meh season in New England, where he looked lost in the offense at times, inefficient, inaccurate, trying to replace Tom Brady. The Patriots did make the playoffs for the first time in forever. 2,657 yards passing, 8 touchdowns, 10 picks, a paltry 82.9 quarterback rating, and his body is beat up from his style of play over the years, and there is legit questions if that shoulder ever truly healed correctly. But other than that, he's really, really good, right? Now, I understand that a lot of people would be like, well, Cam deserves a starting job, or, oh, the Vikings can't afford him to bring him in as a backup. He should be getting $20 million per year. But let's go through the facts. Last offseason, he was in the similar situation. Carolina let him go, and then everyone and their mom thought, oh, Cam's going to land here or there, everywhere, get a big-time deal, and resume being an MVP adjacent type player. But it didn't happen. Like, he ran out of options, and he signed a 1-year near league minimum deal with a couple million in incentives with the Patriots. That's it. That is it. Now, you're telling me that he's a year older, 2020 was pretty much a disaster, and he's going to get more in free agency? Oh, really? Oh, really? Probably not. So if Cam does want a starting job, but he's probably not going to be handed one. Even where spots where gigs are up in the air. I mean, look at Washington. Yes, they did re-sign Taylor Heineke, but of course reuniting Cam with Ron Rivera, that is tempting. I don't think it will happen. Or Chicago, pending on Trubisky, or running it back with New England, which probably is not likely, or Denver or the Niners, etc. It's not going to happen. I don't think Cam is going to waltz into starting quarterback money or a starting quarterback job anywhere, or even potentially like competing as a bridge quarterback with a rookie anywhere. I just don't really see it happening. So if he takes a step back, still wants to hammer some checks, be a backup somewhere, get right physically, and get back in the game, and then see what happens in 2022, I think that's possible. And I've always liked Cam. I am rooting for him. And I do think that the backup gig here with the Minnesota Vikings is just the ticket. Now, I hear it. Well, Kirk Cousins has never missed a game. Why would you invest so much in the backup quarterback positions? Well, alien abductions come out of nowhere. Like, Tom Brady never tore his ACL until he did. Vinny Testaverde with the Jets was a picture of health throughout his career at Miami and in the National Football League until he popped his Achilles. Brett Favre was the Iron Man until he wasn't. So the Vikings do need to be prepared at QB2 because they have aspirations in 2021, man. And if Kirky does go down, knock on wood, hopefully it doesn't happen, the Vikings are a 4-13 team in the waiting with Jake Browning or Nate Stanley under center. Now, I understand, and that's part of the tanking. Go for Spencer Rattler in 2022. Okay, sure. But having a guy like Cam at QB2 is a quality contingency plan. I think the Vikings could still have those aspirations, have those Super Bowl dreams and wishes and goals with Cam under center. And I do not trust the Vikings to spend a day 2 pick on a young, fun, up-and-coming quarterback like Jamie Newman or Kellen Mond or Davis Mills, or hell, even taking Trey Lance at 14 if he is available. Or maybe Mac Jones. I don't know, right? And I know, well, Kirk won't like it because fans will root for the backup quarterback. He's the most popular guy in town, plus Cam, even given his polarization, will still be super popular behind Kirk Cousins, and that will just add more drama into the locker room, blah, blah, blah. But I do not care. I don't. And we've talked about how it's just so magical how the backup quarterback behind Kirk Cousins, the Vikings never sink significant draft capital into the position. Oh, they spent a 7th round pick on Nate Stanley. Woo! Or they bring in guys like Trevor Siemian or Sean Mannion, absolutely inert corpses that will not be a threat to Kirk Cousins. I fully understand that, but Kirk is the guy. And if he's so small mentally that he can't handle someone with any shred of talent at the QB2 spot, fair. I say fair to that. So I would find money in the budget, to pay Cam Newton to be Kirk Cousins' backup. And it's not going to be a lot because, like we said, I don't think that he's going to find a chair in this round, a musical chair. So he's going to be a backup somewhere. I don't think that he'll command a lot of money. So maybe like $2 million plus. If in the event that he does get on the field and has to play, there is a couple million incentives there. Yes, there is other needs, blah, blah, blah. But getting Cam Newton in the building, could he potentially be that nice little backup plan where he ends up, God forbid if something happens to Kirk, Randall Cunningham 98 or Case Keenum 2017? Something to think about. I know that's going to piss a lot of people off, but that's okay. That's what we do here. But your thoughts? Cam Newton, Vikings backup quarterback? Question mark. Let us know in the comment section below. Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. Want to support that work? Post on the Venmo. But until next time, Skull Production Value.